and today I'll be playing you The Infinite Pool of Experience and Awareness, but in piano form. And this is a book that takes you step by step from modern accepted physics to understanding the fifth dimensional vortex of creation. After that comes the physics of love, synchronicity, and after that comes mind, body, spirit, where we have a better understanding of what's going on here. But one of the things that's a lot different about this work versus current accepted scientific view is that there's different perceptions, right? There was a moment when the Earth was flat, the sun went around the Earth, and that's what was. But then we had an awakening, and we saw the moons of Jupiter going around. We realized, hey, maybe the Earth goes around the sun, right? So now the Earth became this globe. But now we're seeing that there's different dimensions that exist within time. And so, quite literally, we live on the surface of a black hole, a certain layer within a black hole. And you could say that energy, raw energy of creation, spirit, is drifting inwards in a spiral, the Fibonacci spiral towards center. And it becomes a moment when it hits the speed of light. And there's different distances along that vortex. And 108 just so happens to align very well with the moon and the sun, the human breath, the human conscious snapshot, the human heartbeat. And you could say that at a certain distance from the center of a black hole, this glob of energy hits, and that's the moment of the Big Bang. And you could say the delta wave of human experience is awakened. And then over time, that energy drifts inwards and inwards and inwards as it follows the habitable spiral of perception. And it gets to a distance where it's 1/4 the diameter, right? So twice the frequency, 1/4 the diameter. And this has to do with the raw energy of creation existing within a black hole. Once that energy hits that distance, which is 1/4 the diameter, you could say the theta wave is awakened. One octave up, one complete octave up. So in this case, 216 or 220, right? Modern music. But that energy continues to drift inward. Drifts inward and inward and inward until it hits our alpha, beta, slow and fast gamma states of creation. You could say they're almost like thought forms, drifting in from the outer realms, creating the pacing motions of our lives. And so by understanding your mind, body, spirit postures, the spirals of influence that you're creating with the natural flows of space-time, as this energy is drifting in, you can actually help other people that are in really, really tight spirals of delusion. And I think the reason why, in quotes, it's helping is because if you're in a tight spiral of delusion, you're pretty much off-center and you're removed from the faucet of creation. And so basically, by helping walk people to the greater flows of creation, you instill healing within them, and you help them reach their greatest potentials. This is called Hold My Hand. So a really cool concept that comes out of the book the physics of love is the greater now moment, right? And it shows how you can align yourself with past and future lives as well. And basically, what's the best way to put it? There's really only right now. Because you could say that the past is made of stories, essentially, and the future is pure fantasy. And so the postures you hold right now are what will create the future for all of humanity. I mean, it sounds pretty obvious, but it's kind of the case. So by adjusting your now moment, you actually fix the past and the future. Ooh, let's try again. Here we go. So another thing that's pretty cool about this whole little series of books is that we talk about, you could say, lucid dreaming and the subconscious mind and how that relates to the ego and the postures you hold. Because like I said, each one of those is like a little vortice, right? That takes you away from that faucet of creation. And if you're talking about being consciously aware of your subconscious mind, well, you need to pack that properly into dreamland. So in essence, all your little ego spirals of creation will pull you from your perfect center that then allows for dreamland. And the reason I bring that up is because you can say this song was pulled out of dreamland, right? This is called Classical Lucius. And I saw when I first heard it, I heard it in a dream and I saw I'd be playing it at the Smithsonian, whatever that meant. So I started playing the song, and 7 years later, I ended up playing it underground in the basement of the Ripley Center after giving a lecture on innovation and creativity. So here we go. Life's kind of a dream. And so it all comes from one vortex, all of it. Every single physical manifestation that exists, meaning every relationship of sound, every relationship of light, every part aspect of creation of the human body, all stemming from a single vortex. And so the human heartbeat relates to the conscious snapshot, relates to the human breath, relates to the circadian rhythm, and relates to the precessional cycle of the earth itself. And so this song here, again, somewhat centered around, A, is all about the human heartbeat. next one has a little bit of Tai Chi involved with it. But we'll get to that halfway through it. And that's the ability to basically slow down your perception of time itself. And so if we move quickly, how many conscious snapshots do you take in that same second? And so how much of your subconscious mind can actually integrate that motion into your knowledge of understanding, right? So the slower we do things, the more understanding our body has of them. So by going slow, you actually end up going faster. just a fun one. And it's called Boogie All Night. It's kind of bluesy, kind of boogie-woogie-y, but I like it. It's a great one to end on. So yeah, thanks for joining. That's pretty much it. I'll probably be releasing a video later this week talking about the 25,920 year precession of the Earth and how basically, just like the human has a circadian rhythm, so does the Earth, because it all comes from that same vortex. And that relates a lot to, in Hindu traditions, you could say, like the Kali, Dwapara, Tetra, and Sat Yugas. And in like Zodiac, it'd be the ages of the Zodiac, and then like Law 1, it'd be like green ray, yellow ray, red ray, energy centers. But it's all the same thing, because it's all coming from one vortex, spiraling energy, and spiraling creation into existence, essentially. So, it's an interesting time. We're going through the shift right now from Pisces to Aquarius. And that's actually like not the typical shift. It's a bigger one than normal. So that'll be coming out in this video, and that'll be later this week. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and have a great night.